Today, we're at Wimbledon School of English talking to teachers about how they use technology.
Nearly every classroom here, we're lucky, has an interactive whiteboard, so we can use that, the software there. Obviously that means we can use YouTube, etc, etc. There are many websites that we might use, like Onestopenglish. We're also big on bring your own device. So for example, if you're teaching an exam class, you might get them to go around the class or go around the school taking photographs. They come back and they compare their photographs on their phone because it's personalised rather than a couple of photographs in, say, an FCE or CAE speaking book.
I would divide that into three sections, and the first being the hardware, the devices they bring into class. So iPads or smartphones, or even if they bring their MacBooks or something like that. Then I would then say apps, and then after that I would also say any websites, databases and things like that. So you've got three sections of technology, and I'll use whatever comes on a device without them having to download it. Video recorders, photographs, etc., any type of messenger apps, like we said before, talking about a way to connect students together as well as access information, and then usually your websites is where they can get a lot more of that information spectrum.
Well, in most classes, I generally get them to do two presentations at the beginning and near the end. The first presentation, I ask them to go away and do a PowerPoint in their own time about themselves, about their own culture, so we can get to know them a bit better. And then later on in the class, I ask them to do the same thing, but this time I get the contents from taboos and issues. They've got to select one subject, and they've got to do the same thing, and then present a 10-minute presentation with a PowerPoint the week later.
Outside the classroom, I tend to I use my own websites or my own videos to set repeated tasks. For example, what I call listening to speaking exercises. So I'll have a video which I actually explain the exercise, and then I'll set the task by giving them YouTube videos. So I tend to use websites as tech outside classrooms, as well as just setting tasks where they utilize all of it.
I think we use it because it's visual, it's immediate, it makes things more personal, and I think one of the big things as well is that the picture can convey 1,000 words, so there might be something that's a tangible thing they can see. I might be trying to explain and they don't get it. I can just go onto Google Images, find an image, and the whole class know what I'm talking about.
No, it's a very interesting question, because a lot of teachers will say, well, you're not really adding anything to the classroom that we've got already. But I would argue that to have someone who's truly a global citizen and participating in the world as we know it, and that's really why we're in this. We want people to be able to communicate globally and create a globalized culture. And technology is definitely a part of that. And having language learning and language education hand in hand with becoming a global citizen is a very important thing. And establishing those connections means that when they leave the classroom, they still keep going in that manner and develop that.